change. Come on. Breakfast up. Here you go. Mortimer, you've a big day coming up. Hey. Oh, you'll be all right with a bit of rest. You ready for next week? Soon have your box sorted.
Turn this place into Santa's grotto.
Oh, you're back.
We are.
Oh, you look ever so well. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, great, thank you.
Although it was a bit stressful for Mac, struggling to get his golf handicap down for 6 hours a day.
It is blooming hard work looking for lost balls, all right.
Pity Kieran and I had to watch.
Yeah, well, when he's practiced his swing a bit, he'll be able to play as well. So, everything all right here?
Yeah, you know, never a dull moment.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
How's your holiday?
What's the occasion?
Sorry?
Well, you haven't put that on to welcome us back, have you?
No, I just thought I'd try it out this morning.
We've come to the right place. When have you ever felt like putting on a suit?
Ignore him. I think you look very dapper.
No, I agree. I just have to take something for the shock, that's all.
Hello, Dad. No phones in London? I tried ringing you all weekend. We were starting to worry about you.
Oh, were you now? I were probably with the birds.
At 10 at night? I think you want to get an extension set up in there.
The ringing would upset 'em.
I'm not serious, Dad. Anyway, you might have guessed I'd turn up today. Well, come on. Aren't we going to go in?
This is for you, and this little lot's for you.
Oh, someone's missed me then?
Oh, the tax man, anyway. See you later.
Yeah, OK. Everything's been OK, has it?
Oh, yeah, fine.
So whose idea was all this? And the photos?
Mark's.
Uh-huh. Great improvement on those tacky things we had before. Better get someone to take some of me and Kate.
Mac!
Mac, would it be possible to have a chat?
Yeah, of course. Had to be later, though. Got some catching up to do.
Good holiday?
Yeah, fantastic.
It looks different in here.
I've changed a few things around.
So,
The big city firm gave you a day off, eh? No big bonus to keep you stuck to your desk this year?
there's a recession just around the corner, haven't you heard?
What about Sally and the lads? Couldn't make it, I suppose.
It was difficult. School stuff. Sal snowed under with work. But she sends her love, and I've told the lads they'll see you soon.
What train you catching back?
Dad, I've just got here. I thought we might take some flowers down to the grave. Then we could go for a walk along the river, have lunch in one of the pubs down there.
I don't think I've got time for that.
What do you mean?
Morty's a bit off colour. He's got a big race coming up, and I've got to finish his new bots.
I see. Well, I'll come and help you then.
No, you're all right.
I'd like to. What have you done with the picture of Mum in Seville?
Oh, it's upstairs somewhere.
I may have mentioned something about him passing about smartening himself up. I don't remember.
I didn't think he was wearing it just for fun.
Mac,
Hi, Helen.
you're sickeningly tanned. I take it you had a good time.
It was fantastic, thank you. How are you?
Grimly struggling on without you and Kate.
You seem to be coping very well. Mark's been telling me about some of the changes.
Has he?
I should go away more often. This place seems to be running like clockwork.
Sorry I'm late. Carly, come and say hello.
Our new locum. Human error. That's something I can't change.
Mac, I need to have a chat.
Yes, of course. Had to be later, though. A lot of catching up to do.
No, now, Mac.
Right.
How is he?
Just a bit off, brother.
I sometimes think you treat them better than you treat yourself.
If you don't look after your birds, you get nothing in return.
So, new box then?
Yeah, he deserves it. He's going to be my champion, aren't you, Mortimer? What's so funny?
Oh, I'm just imagining Mum watching you cooing over these birds. She wouldn't half be taking the mick.
To be perfectly honest, I'm not happy with some of the changes Mark's made while you've been away.
Such as?
Oh, new signs on the doors, OK, but now wash your hands. I feel like I'm working in a kindergarten.
Well, they're more for the patients, aren't they?
Well, it's insulting for them too. And all the arrows everywhere pointing to the consulting rooms. I think he thinks he's back in the army.
Is that what this is about?
No, it's everything. The dress code, the drinks kitty, the Christmas trees.
Ah, yeah, well, I'm not a fan of that fake thing in the staff room either.
I bought that one. What's wrong with it?
Nothing. I just prefer the genuine article, that's all. Still, everyone's their own.
All right, Dad.
Ah, it's just a tickle.
Sounds like more than a tickle to me. You've been coughing since I arrived.
I'm all right.
What you doing?
Picking my nose. What's it look like?
How long have you been smoking?
A few months.
What for?
Like it?
You made me give up.
Well, you had your whole life to look forward to.
Can't you hear the damage it's doing?
I've few enough pleasures left in life.
Oh, here. Let me do that. I mean, what will Mum think?
She's not here, is she? Oh! Now look what you've done.
The point is, he's acting like a senior partner. It's not his place to go around changing things when he feels like it.
He's trying to help. I know he goes a bit far sometimes.
A bit.
Come on, it's well meant. Look, why don't you fill me in on the new locum thingy?
Carly.
Yeah, Carly.
Well, that's another example of Mark wading in and making a mess of things.
I thought you said she was good.
She is. It's the person she replaced who was useless. Jude had a few days off work. She and Pete have split up.
Yeah, Mark said. She's been through the wars lately, hasn't she? He didn't tell me that she took time off, though.
Well, without my consent, Mark took it upon himself to get in one of the most incompetent locums I have ever come across. I had to sack him after the first day.
Well, it's not Mark's fault, is it? Just bad luck.
The man was his friend, and he was a quack.
Oh. Yeah, come in.
Sorry to interrupt. You asked me to remind you about your appointment. Any chance of that chat?
Katrina, I haven't even started going through this lot yet.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
Well, the bleeding's stopped.
Ah, you'll be right as rain.
Dad, hang on a minute.
What?
You're sore. It's rusty. I think I better get a tetanus jab.
No, you'll be all right.
I don't want to chance it. Not with all those pigeon droppings. Have you got the doctor's number?
You'll never get an appointment. You best leave it till you get back home.
Dad, where's the number?
OK. Max says you had a good time?
Yes, we did, thank you. It was just what we needed.
Good, I'm glad.
How have you been?
I got in touch with my birth mother.
You've been to see her?
Mm-hmm.
What was she like?
Yeah. No, she's nice. Must admit I'm finding it a bit difficult, though. Hearing her explaining the reasons she gave me up for adoption.
What were her reasons?
Her parents blamed her for the pregnancy and didn't give her the choice of keeping me.
Poor woman, it must have been awful for her. What age was she when she had you?
15.
Can you imagine the stigma attached to being pregnant at that age in the 60s?
Yeah. She says she wished she stood up to them now.
Easier said than done. Should have been a lone parent at 15, no support.
I know it couldn't have been easy, but I would have thought if you really loved your child, you'd do anything to keep hold of it, wouldn't you?
Believe me, Mark, it would have torn her apart. I don't know what I'd do if I had to give up Kieran.
So, salmon roulade for lunch then, is it?
I might surprise you yet.
Oh, I think you would. Since when have you been the naked chef of Leatherbridge?
Naked what?
I'd have thought boiling the bag was more your style.
Well, not anymore. You can't impress a dinner guest with kippers on toast.
Who've you been having dinner with?
John Lanson. Up the stairs and straight in front of you.
Right, yeah.
Just follow the arrows. So, John, how did you manage to do this?
Helping me dad build a nesting box for his pigeons.
Oh, pigeons. Disgusting things. Oh, Sorry, you probably really like them.
Not particularly. My dad's the pigeon fancier.
How can anyone fancy a pigeon?
He's obsessed.
Doesn't he find anything else interesting?
I'm beginning to think so.
You all right?
I'm fine.
It's Eric Lanson, isn't it? Haven't seen much of you since Alice. How have you been?
Not so bad.
Have you come about that cough?
No, I've just dropped our John off to see the nurse. He's cut his hand.
Well, you don't sound too clever. I think I should give you a checkup.
No, it's just a cold. A glass of honey and lemon will sort this out.
I've got a few minutes before my next appointment. I can squeeze you in now.
No, honestly, I'm fine.
Still stubborn as ever? Well, so am I. Come on. How have things been, Eric?
Oh, you know, soldiering on.
Must be nearly a year now.
To the day.
Of course. Right, let's have a listen to that chest. Breathe in. And out. In. Out. You're very wheezy.
Ah, that'll be the cold.
And your temperature's high.
To be honest, I've been smoking a few cigarettes lately. I know I shouldn't, but...
No, you definitely shouldn't. But smoking doesn't give you a high temperature.
Ah, that'll be the cold then.
And your pulse rate's high too.
That'll be the cigarettes.
It's not the cigarettes. I think you've got some kind of lung infection.
Pile of old nonsense.
I want to refer you to the hospital for an X-ray.
You're not getting me into that hospital.
The sooner we find out what the infection is, the sooner we can get it cleared up.
I'm not going. Simple as that.
Eric?
Have you seen my dad?
The man with the cough?
Yeah.
He's in with Dr. Thompson.
Dad? Dad, hang on, Dad.
That cough of his is really quite bad. I wanted to refer him to hospital for tests, but he doesn't want to go.
Stubborn as a mule. I can't get through to him either.
He really needs to be seen.
I'll try. Taxi!
Thanks. So, where did you train?
St Andrews and then Manchester.
And did you have a favourite ward?
Oh, paediatrics, definitely. Keeping a baby alive that no one thought would survive, well, it's just an amazing experience.
We can certainly vouch for that.
It was touch and go with Kieran.
Oh, you never forget an experience like that.
Well, it was only 3 months ago.
Oh.
You think I'm a bit long in the tooth to be having a baby, do you?
No, of course not. I think that you can enjoy fatherhood all the more when you're a little bit more mature. So many young parents make the mistake of putting their babies straight into a creche once they're born. They never even see them. It's terrible.
Well, if both parents want to work, a creche is the only solution.
No, exactly. I mean, I read somewhere that if you put a child into a creche at an early age, they can often develop an independent mind. And great leadership qualities.
Right. So, Kieran could grow up to be a distinguished dictator then?
Look at the state of this. Doesn't he care anymore?
What's wrong?
Oh, it's all right. He's put it out now. I wish they'd make this place non-smoking.
If I had £1 for every time a patient wished they'd never let a cigarette touch their lips, and then it was too late.
Trouble is, once you get started, it's very difficult to give up.
Emphysema, lung cancer, heart disease, circulatory disorders.
We're all aware of the dangers of smoking, thank you.
You smoke, don't you?
Well,
He's in the process of giving up, Carly.
I'm so sorry.
Who wants another drink?
Not for me.
No, thanks.
Well, I'll probably fall asleep in front of one of my patients, but hey, live dangerously, right?
Why did you drive off?
I couldn't wait forever, could I?
You didn't wait at all. What's going on, Dad?
Nothing's going on.
I've just been to Mum's grave. It's completely neglected. When was the last time you went?
Nice lunch.
Any chance of that chat?
Yeah, why not? Katrina, have you got the updated patient list? I've got to have it this afternoon.
First of all, I upset Mac because he thought I was implying that he was too old to be a new father.
That's Mac's problem, not yours.
Then to top that, I started saying that I thought a lot of parents missed out by sending their children straight to creche.
Oh, yeah, probably not the most tactful thing to say.
Well, there's more. And then I proceeded to go on a tirade against smokers.
Oh, well, that's no bad thing. You're entitled to your opinion, Carly.
Oh, the amount of holes I dug myself. I'd make a better grave digger than a doctor.
Better a doctor than a comedian.
I'm famous for my bad jokes. Still, not a good idea to do them at the expense of your new boss, eh?
Thank you very much, sir.
Bye.
Mac tells me that Jude and Pete have split up.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Well, what happened?
I'm not really sure. She didn't want to go into too much detail.
Any chance of them getting back together again?
I didn't get that impression.
Here you go.
Thanks, Mac.
You're welcome.
It completely took it out of her. I think she's going to need looking out for when she gets back.
I'll sort it out.
What do you mean by that?
Like I say, I'll sort it.
Tread lightly, Mac.
Don't worry about it. I will tiptoe on gossamer.
The doctor says you want to get that seen to.
She's no right to talk to you about me.
What's wrong with you? It's for your own good.
I'll lead my life as I see fit.
And that includes hiding away all evidence of Mum, does it?
So, you've been snooping around the house, have you?
It's like she never existed. If you've met someone else, at least have the guts to admit it.
Are you daft or what?
Well, what was all that about? Impressing a dinner guest with fancy cooking?
I can't even ask a few mates from the club round for a meal now.
I give up.
And then he just stormed out, didn't he, Helen? Who? The old boy with the cough. You know, the one who brought his son in for a tetanus jab.
Oh, he's probably gone back to his beloved pigeons. Don't understand how anyone can keep those things these days, can you?
Yeah. Lovebirds are more your thing.
Huh.
Oh, hello, Doctor. Come in.
Is Eric in?
Yeah, he's with his pigeons.
Didn't have any luck persuading him.
He doesn't want to know.
Are you going?
He's put away all Mum's things. He never visits the grave. It's like she never existed. I don't know what's going on with him.
Did he ever take up the bereavement counselling we suggested after Alice died?
I believe so.
Well, if he did, it wasn't through us. I'd like to have another chat with him. Why don't you stay a little longer?
What do you want?
Eric, it's Dr. Thompson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what can I do for you?
John said you were in here. Can I come in?
Hi, if you must.
Can I have a look around?
Sure.
You've kept this quiet. How long have you been keeping pigeons? Do
Oh, ages now.
you ever lose any?
No, they always come right back. This one's usually first, though. You can set him down 350 miles away from home, put him on a route he's never flown before, and he'll come straight back, won't you, Mortimer?
Amazing.
And the more he flies through that door, you can't top it. Nobody knows how they do it, you know.
Are you all right?
How are you?
Eric, I'm worried about you. It's my guess you're suffering from allergic alveolitis.
Why?
You might know it better as bird fancier's lung. It's an allergic reaction to particles in the pigeon feathers and droppings. It would explain your increased temperature and high pulse rate. Have you been suffering from headaches? Would you cough more when you come in here?
I haven't noticed. I'm not leaving the birds.
Eric, you might not have to. It might just mean a course of drugs and cutting down on the amount of time you spend in here.
Oh, what'll happen to my birds? I can't leave them alone.
Eric, if the alveolitis is severe, you could literally be killing yourself coming in here.
So be it.
Is everything okay?
And just remember that those tablets aren't dolly mixtures. Bye.
Thanks.
Ah, we meet at last. Come in. Come in.
Yes. I wanted to talk to you about
The changes Mark has made while I've been away.
How did you know?
Hey. Go on then.
The dress code.
Well, I think Ben looks very fetching.
I think Ben looks like he's wearing a school uniform for the first time, but that's fine. That's fine for him. But I'm not going to dress any differently.
No, I wouldn't expect you to.
Now, when I first came to this practice, Mac, you said I could wear exactly what I wanted as long as it was reasonably smart. Now, if you're going to go back on that...
Katrina, I wouldn't dream of asking you to change.
Oh, good. Right. The drinks kitty.
It's been sorted, isn't it?
Do you know, I couldn't actually believe that he was going to fine people if they didn't contribute weekly.
Anything else?
The signs.
Ah, well, I've done the signs with Helen. They are clear, they're informative, and they're staying. Anything else?
Well, I actually thought the old photographs were a lot more fun. But...
You're on a loser here, Katrina. Staff photographs are not supposed to be fun.
Dad, you never went to bereavement counselling. Why?
I thought I had family for that. Seems I were wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I should have been here.
I never see you. Never see your lads. You ashamed of your roots, is that it?
No, of course not, Dad. Sally and I have just been so busy. But I'm here now, and I want to understand.
You see these birds? They always come back. They never let you down. They're all I've got.
Dad, that's not true.
I miss her. I miss your mum so much. I couldn't bear to think she'd gone and was never coming back.
Dad, you've got to let me take you to the hospital and get you checked over.
No! I can't go to that place where I spent months watching your mother die.
Look, I'll be there with you. You'll be in and out in a moment, I promise.
What about the birds?
If you're worried about the birds, I'll bring the boys up next weekend. They can look after them.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I had to help Edward with something.
Don't worry, I got you a drink, is that right?
Oh, yes, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Shall we?
Yes. So how are you?
Oh, I don't know. A bit stirred up.
Yeah, well, yesterday was a lot to take in, wasn't it? Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, you know, it was never going to be easy. So, what were you helping Edward with?
Oh, just running something down to one of his suppliers.
And what does he do?
He runs his own printing company.
Yeah, successful?
Well, he is now. But he's been near to bankruptcy so many times I can't remember.
And Robert, what does he do?
He works with Edward. I don't think he likes it, really. I don't think he knows what he wants to do, to be honest with you. He keeps talking about travelling the world and helping people. Oh, he sounds a bit like Miss World, doesn't he?
You mean he knew all along?
I think so. And the cigarettes are a cover-up.
He'll be all right, though, won't he?
As soon as we get the results, I'll let you know. But you have to be there for him, John.
I'll be home more often.
Good. I'll leave you to it then.
Bye, Doctor.
How do you fancy a loft full of pigeons in Fulham then, eh?
Dad, it might not come to that. You ready to go?
Aye, come on. Let's leave Puddin' at the gate. To say any of your mothers, I never understood it either.
There's one thing that's always bugged me. Why is it Mark spelt with a C?
Oh, there was a series of novels and the main character was called Mark Hilaire.
And who is he?
Who was he? Mark Hilaire. He's daring, he's dashing, he's debonair. He always got the baddie and he always got the girl.
Could have been worse, I suppose.
There was many a young woman would have loved to have been rescued from an evil tyrant by Mark Hilaire.
I'll have to track one of those books down.
Well, don't expect anything too highbrow. So you've never rescued a young woman from an evil tyrant recently, then?
Not recently.
So nobody special?
No, not at the moment. So, this Mark Hilaire, how did he get to be marked with a C?
I think his father was a diplomat in Paris, I think. Oh, and he had an illicit affair with a peasant girl from Normandy.
Right.
Don't take it the wrong way. It was only a trashy novel. Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds worse, doesn't it?
No, it's all right. I'm fine, honestly.
What is it, then?
I suppose I'm just realising that we haven't got that much in common. Sorry.
No, you don't need to be. I mean, how could we expect to?
I had this naive notion there was an invisible umbilical cord connecting us, that somehow we'd understand each other immediately.
I don't think it really works like that. So, what do we do now?
To be honest, I don't know.